presenter today. All right, so this is going to be a quick presentation. I just need you guys to bear with me a little bit, okay? What was the first thing I said? Who I am, right? And I said my name is Miss AJ. Most people who are older than you kind of require you to put the Miss or Mister before their name, right? That's a term, that's kind of a behavior of etiquette, right? It's creating a world of being mannerable, okay? So this is going to be a fast journey, so you're going to bear with me. I need 2 volunteers really quick. Green dress, I love green. And you young lady, what's your name?
Temple.
Kimball?
Temple.
Kimble?
Temple.
Temple. Like the university, okay. And what's your name?
September.
Oh, my birthday's in September. I'm going to remember this. Temple, you sit right here. September, you sit right here. Okay. Now, I said these are fast facts, right? So we're going to go real quick on this. Okay. This little exercise is called good. Okay? So are you ready? All right. In 5 seconds, and I'm going to count it down, I want you to lift up these tray bins, put them to the side, and then I want you to eat what's on the plate. Okay? You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, come on.
I don't eat red sauce. Oh, you don't eat red sauce? Okay, I'll excuse you, September. How about you, Temple?
Oh.
All right. Can you eat around the red sauce, maybe? Okay, you can eat around the red sauce. Okay. All right, come on, keep going. You're going to do this for 30 seconds. Keep it moving. Come on. Come on. I promise you this is made by a top chef, my son. Okay? He loves to cook.
Your son is probably a good chef.
It feels wrong without a fork. Okay? What else, Temple? How do you feel? Uncomfortable. Because you have to eat spaghetti with your hands. It feels wrong without a fork. Are there any other feelings that you're feeling right now?
Not really.
Not really? So I had an opportunity last year to go to this medieval theater, and they put a roasted chicken, soup, pie, and something else in front of me without utensils. And I had to eat it all without utensils, right? Why you feel silly, why you feel uncomfortable, why you feel it's wrong to eat without a fork, that is because society requires you, from a manner standpoint, to eat food, especially spaghetti, which is not a finger food, with a fork or with a spoon, or use utensils in order to get the pasta from the plate into your mouth. Correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was a quick lesson on manners.
Hey, careful.
It was good.
All right,
Thank you.
It was good. Tell my son it was good, because thank you, Temple. Thank you, September. So what they did for us is gave us a really quick demonstration on manners. So what are manners? Manners are customs and traditions of a society that governs how we treat one another and how we behave socially, right? Dinner is typically a social activity, right? And typically it's required that we use utensils while we're eating. That is a custom and a tradition. Traditions are verbal rules and stories that are carried from one generation to another generation. Hey, I'm gonna use this person's fan, if you don't mind. Yes. Thanks, man. Okay. So, because I'm getting a little hot in here. So it's the verbal traditions, verbal behaviors, verbal expectations that are carried from one generation to another generation. September, why did you feel uncomfortable eating the spaghetti without a fork?
Because it's not like something you would eat without a fork.
It's not like something you would eat without a fork. I bet you when you were a baby, your caregivers gave you a little fork and a little spoon and said, this is how you're supposed to eat certain dishes, right? That is a tradition. It's passed on from one generation to the next generation. I told you I went to a medieval theater, and in medieval times, they didn't have forks and spoons and knives. They just ate with their hand.
Oh,
But
messy.
modern times, and I'm saying modern times, I'm talking about the 18th century, started dictating that we use utensils to eat. But etiquette is a set of rules that give expression to manners, okay? So, expression to manners. So, traditions are verbal. Etiquette makes it visible that you're aligning to these traditions that are carried down from generation to generation, okay? Do you get that? So, etiquette is the visual and physical representation of the manners that you learn from generation to generation. Okay, why are manners important? Okay, I was saying rhetorically, but if you want to answer, go right ahead, young lady.
Because it is nice to use manners and it's respectful to use manners.
Absolutely, say that louder for everybody.
It's nice to use manners and it's respectful to use
It is nice to use manners and it is respectful to use manners. It puts people at ease when you use your manners. It impresses people. Go ahead, Temple.
It sets you as like a high example and stuff to see like people to see you as somebody.
Yep. Build your self-esteem and then you become a role model. Yes, ma'am. What's your name? Status. It creates another level. April? Ava? Okay. I'm old, so y'all gotta project, okay? Ava, thank you. It gives you status, right? It says that you have learned something in your short time. It allows people to live and work together without friction, okay? Friction is that rub or stress or anxiety that happens when people aren't following the rules, right? It can help you get a job, right? When you get to a certain age, there are going to be times when a potential employer takes you to lunch or takes you to dinner. They're doing that as a test. They're seeing how you interact socially. They're making sure that you have the right mannerisms, the right etiquette to be on their team, okay? It could also help you in your relationships with your parents, right? Now, I'm here to tell you, if you're rude, your parents aren't going to give you too much, are they? Your parents are your caregivers, right?
No.
My son knows that. If he's rude, that he's not going to expect too much from me, right? But it can help you get over on your parents, right? If you align with manners and etiquette, it can help you receive help from your teachers, right? If you're respectful, if you follow a line of protocol with your teachers, like what you just did with me. You didn't blurt out the answer. You raised your hand. You waited for me to call on you. Those are manners. That is etiquette. It can also gain you an interest of someone that you may care for from a love standpoint. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to show you some things. Again, this is a crash course in etiquette. So I'm going to walk over here. Yes, young lady, you stand up for me. I need you. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate how to greet someone. I'm going to do it first, and then you follow me. What is your name? Gianna. Okay. Hello. My name is Miss AJ. What's your name? Gianna. Nice to meet you. All right. Gianna, you tell everybody what you experienced with me introducing myself. Shook hands. We did. I also looked you right in the eye when I shook your hand. So I took your hand. I didn't take it like this. I didn't do like this. I didn't do like this. I didn't do anything like that. I shook your hand firmly, but I did not hurt you, correct? And while I said my name, I looked in your face, and hopefully I had a smile on my face. Sometimes I'm known not to do that, but hopefully I did. So you mirror me, Gianna. You introduce yourself to me.
My name is Gianna.
Very good. I even caught the fact that you, like, in your mind said, oh my goodness, I need to look her in the eye, okay? It's very important. Thank you, Gianna. We're going to move on. What's your name, dear? Jasmine. All right. Stand up, Jasmine. I'm going to introduce myself to you, and then you introduce yourself to me, okay? All right. Hi, Jasmine. My name is Miss AJ. How are you today? I'm doing good. Oh, Jasmine, you got a natural smile on your face. I got to put it on because I have a a resting anger face sometimes. I think that just comes with age. Okay? So now you introduce yourself to me. Very good, Jasmine. Very good. Great eye contact. She kept a smile on her face. Everybody give Gianna and Jasmine a hand clap. It was a very good demonstration. So when you greet someone, you say hello, you shake their hand, you give them a firm handshake. Come on, September. You give them a firm handshake and you look them in the eye. Okay? That is the way you properly introduce yourself. Communicate using facial expressions. I said because, I'm always going to blame it on the fact that I'm going to be 51 in September, that I have this face sometimes that, some people are like, what's going on? What's going on? That's not proper etiquette. I should have a smile on my face, especially if I'm feeling joy and I'm feeling happiness. So facial expressions are very important, right? Mm-hmm. Facial expressions are extremely important. I know we like popular music in this group. You listen to, the rappers, the hip hop artists, the pop artists or whatever, and sometimes they're mean mugging in the videos. I'm going to tell you that is art and entertainment. That's not real life. Real life, you need to think about when you're interacting with someone, you need to make yourself smile. How do you make yourself smile? You have a natural smile. Your face continues. You just smile all the time. So do you. But think of something pleasant. Or think about this. This is the golden rule. Treat people better than you want to be treated yourself. Okay? This is the golden rule. Treat people better than you want to be treated yourself. That means when you're meeting somebody new or meeting somebody that you already know and you greet that person, make sure your facial expression is pleasant. Number 2, how to sit in a dress. Okay, and I was peeping some of y'all. Okay, so at the age that we are in this room, with the exception of me and the adults, this is really how you should be sitting in a dress. You smooth the dress down and you cross your ankles and you place your hands on your lap. Why is this the most appropriate way, especially at your age, to be seated in a dress? Yes, ma'am.
Because you can be exposed.
You can expose something that you don't want exposed, right? So what does this do? It crosses my ankles. That means no one is seeing anything right here. It's time for me to wrap up. Okay, thank you. No one is seeing anything right here, right? You put your hand on your lap because, and especially in my case, my skirt tends to ride up, right? So you put your hand down so that you can make sure that your skirt doesn't go higher than you want it to go. And this is the proper way to sit down. So the first thing you do when you're in a dress or a skirt, you smooth behind you to make sure that you're not just flopping down. This skirt is a little tight, but you have a more flowy skirt to make sure that when you sit down, it just doesn't flow out. You smooth, you pull down if you need to, you cross your ankles and you sit. Now, why am I saying that this may not be the most appropriate way to sit, especially at your age?
Because it shows your thighs.
You're showing too much, right? You're showing too much. The majority of you guys are young and you want to be as modest as possible, right? And this is very casual sitting. This is casual sitting. This is sitting when you know who's around and you're just hanging out. This is sitting that you normally do when you are in a space and in a place that you're interacting with people from a social standpoint, okay? All right, so why don't you guys stand up really quick for me and do what I did, even if you don't have a skirt or a dress. What's the first thing I did?
Smooth out the back.
Smooth the back. Sit down, cross your ankles, put your hands on your lap. Right, you guys are amazing. Okay, eating with people using table manners. We're gonna do this really quickly. Something that Miss Kiki said this morning when she was doing the intro talk, the intro remarks, she said, we don't want to hear you when you're eating, right?
Or see it.
Or see it. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to see it. That's not very mannerable. No one wants to see what's in your mouth, and no one wants to hear the noises coming out of your mouth. It's kind of disgusting, okay, for us on the other end. So that is manners. That is etiquette. Good table manners. The first thing you do when you sit at the table, when you sit down after you smooth your skirt and you cross your legs and put your hand in your lap, is that you take a napkin and you put that napkin in your lap. Why is it important for you to put the napkin in your lap? Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
It's because food might fall on your thing and you don't want it to hit the ground.
Hey.
Food might fall on your lap. You want to cover your lap. Okay. Yes. So at lunchtime when you're eating and you take the napkin off of the plate, if you're eating at a restaurant, you keep it folded and you put it in your lap. At dinner time, when you take the napkin off of the plate and you put it on your lap, you leave it unfolded to cover your lap, okay? Two different ways. The lunchtime, it's folded on your lap. Dinner time, it's unfolded on your lap, okay? Eat quietly. Chewing noises are considered rude, okay? We don't want to hear that you're eating. It's just rude, and we don't want to see it, as Miss Kiki talked about. No talking with your mouth full. No one wants to see food that you're eating. Nobody, okay? Flatware used outside to inside. We're going to do a little exercise. But this is what I tell everyone when you go to a restaurant, and we're talking about a mid to high level restaurant, right? So, you know, McDonald's is not a mid to high level restaurant. It is a quick service fast food restaurant. I'm talking about going to Eddie V's or Eddie Merlot's or something like that, okay? You sit down the way I instructed. You put your napkin over your lap. The utensils are eaten from outside to inside, okay? Outside to inside. That's a cheat sheet, right? Whenever you don't know, because there's 50 million forks on the left and 50 spoons on the right and utensils on top, eat from outside to inside, and then the utensils at the top are eaten last for dessert. Used last for dessert, okay? Never use your fingers to push food. See, Temple and September didn't have any, other way to eat the spaghetti, and I was over there telling them to eat it. But you really are supposed to eat with utensils and not with your fingers unless it is finger food. Give me an idea of what finger food is. Yes. Chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets are finger food, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fries?
Fries are finger food, but can be used with a fork, depending on what environment you're in. What is it?
What?
Is that fufu? Oh, okay. Well, tell us what fufu is.
It's like you pick up this
And the manners and the tradition are that you eat it with your fingers, right? So that's the tradition. Okay, very good. Lunchables, those are snacks, right? Like even grapes, little squares of cheese, crackers, you can eat those with your fingers, but an entree, you eat with utensils typically. So here are some words that you may or may not know in regards to table manners. Entree is your main course. Host is the first person. When you go into an Eddie V's or Eddie Merlot's or whatever, there is someone stationed right at the beginning of that restaurant that greets you. That person is a host, okay? And they guide you to where you're sitting. And then there's a valet, right? We were running late, so we used the valet at the hotel across the street. That person takes your car and parks your car for you, okay? So those are some quick facts. I know we gotta go, but we're gonna do this real quick. What I want you guys to do is I want you to memorize this. Let's go through it really quickly. Typically, the napkin is on top of the plate. It can be on the side. This is the salad plate. This is the entree plate. This is the salad fork. This is the dinner fork. This is the knife that you can use for dinner. This is your soup spoon, okay? This is your plate and your butter knife. This is your dessert station. Either you can eat your dessert with a spoon or a fork. This is where your water glass goes. This is where your wine goes. You got 30 seconds to look. I'm going to pick 2 people. You're going to put the table together over here. Okay, look. Keep looking. Keep looking. Don't raise your hand. Study that diagram. How we doing on time? We're out of time. We're out of time? Oh man, give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Did you guys study?
Yes.
All right. I need 2 volunteers. 50 million. Okay. So I'm gonna pick over here because you got to do it the last time. So I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick all 3 of y'all. Come on up.
No.
Okay. I need you to create 2
Good luck,
table
ladies.
settings. You don't have everything that was on that diagram, but you have enough. So forget about the spaghetti. You're going to create 2.2 place settings with everything that you have here. Are you ready? You got 1 minute to do it. And go.
Guys, you can do it.
You done this before. Look at you.
Whoa.
She's done this before, ladies and gentlemen.
There was a spoon up here.
That's it.
But we don't have all the items that we need. Yeah. So.
That's good. You good.
That's it.
Look.
That's it.
Okay, walk us through it. Walk us through it. Come on, everybody, gather around. Oh, everybody, come on, sweetheart, gather around. Come on, September. Come on, Geneva, gather around. All right, walk us through it.
Come on, come on.
It is supposed to be over here. I put my fork over there on accident. Oh.
Walk us through it. So what is this?
Okay, salad fork.
Yep.
Your dinner fork.
Yep. What is this?
Okay, your entree plate.
Yep. What is this?
Your salad plate.
Yep. What is this?
Your soup spoon.
Yep. What's
And then
this?
your dinner fork.
Yep. What is this?
Your bread.
You sure? Look at the way it's a bowl.
Soup.
Your soup bowl. And
Cups.
cups. Very good. Awesome sauce. So I thought I was gonna have 2 people volunteer, and I had 3, but I only have 2 gift cards for the people. But I might have some money in my purse. Okay. So I'm giving you guys 2 gift cards. Okay. Sit on down. Does anybody have any questions for what I just quickly went over? Quickly went over. Because he's such a good guy.
Thank you.
All right.
You're
any
welcome.
Questions?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Any questions? All right. You sure? You don't have any questions? No etiquette questions? Oh, I did my job then. I'm good.
Good job.
Thank you for fun. Thank you.